Today we will be talking about the four main things that can help you establish genuine connection. Number one would be being genuinely interested in other people, authentic engagement. This happens when, if you want to elevate your interactions with other people, it's all about putting the spotlight on them and making them feel special in that moment. Asking questions, right? Diving deeper into interest, saying, tell me more, right? Establishing eye contact, a smile, right? Depending on who you're talking to, but having that firmness to where you're blocking out everything in that moment, right? And you're connecting with them. And so focus all of your energy when you're dealing with somebody. And that moment that you can make somebody feel special in a room full of dull moments, they will never forget you. That is something as a leader, that is something as, just a person in the world needs to know. When you're dealing with the proper handling of people, you have to always understand the human connection and how to establish that and how to foster deeper human connection. And having genuine interest is one. And that usually comes in the form of listening and asking questions because people love to hear about themselves. Number two should be an automatic, but most people actually don't utilize this enough, and that's the power of a smile. Power of a smile automatically neutralizes hostility, it builds bridges, and it creates an inviting atmosphere, letting people know that they can be safe around you, that you are in a good mood. And of course, it evokes a smile from other people as well. So as you're talking with people and you're engaging, what's going on? How you doing? How's everybody? Show a little teeth a little bit. Do a little laugh or something before you go into the building. Make sure you're in a good mood. And I believe more so than the smile, it's about prepping yourself to be in a good mood. Because even if you're not smiling, people can tell. There's micro expressions that we have, right? From the bridges of our eyebrows into how it rises up on our cheeks, right? A smile, the face of a smile is probably the most safe. It's probably the most safe expression in the world because our minds and our brains rather are always trying to gather information about danger or threats. So the moment that we see a smile, right, we automatically register as something that is a non-hostile. In nature, the moment that you see a wild cat or you see an animal and it snarls at you, right, that's aggression, right? That part of the brain that heightens up, that promotes that hostility, that lets you know to be on guard or to be on freeze. So most people have experienced trauma in their life, and a smile allows you to thaw off that freeze that people are stuck in, that fright or flight from their nervous system. So smiling is one of the most authentic things that you can do to instantly disengage people from having their guns up. But make sure it's not just a smile, but it's a warm and inviting energy that you have. So that means you should breathe first. You should be in a very relaxed state because when you're relaxed, you make other people relaxed around you. When you smile, you make other people smile. You have to think about being a reflection, right, of who you are. If you're nervous, you make other people nervous. So if you're walking up to people and you're trying to connect and you're stuttering, right, and you're making them nervous, they like, wait a minute, what's going on here? That franticness creates more franticness. So instead, you want to make sure that you are calm. Breathe. When you say it literally resets the nervous system and let them know that you're in a calm state. So before you go into the atmosphere, make sure that you're calm. Right? Think a good thought, connect to a good thought in your mind. So when you're dealing with people, they're going to believe that they're the source of that good thought. Now you are coming off as more genuine, more authentic, more inviting, right, and more nice. Now it makes it easier for you to be able to network and connect with people. Number three is something that I have a hard time doing, and that's remembering names. I went over this before, right, but it cannot be stated more than anything. But I talked about some of the techniques of remembering names. One of the techniques, of course, was saying the name back to that person out loud, right? You meet somebody and they say, hey, I'm Swaliki. Hey, Swaliki, nice to meet you, right? Why did I use the word Swaliki? Just because I wanted to do something different. Right? But in my mind, I'm going to say Swaliki, Rafiki, right? I'm gonna be like, this is unusual. Now you can then create a story. You can ask them for a story, or you can come up with a story in your own mind. Now cement that with probably about 3 other different emotions or facts so that you can try to get into it, right? But repeating a person's name as you talk to them not only personalize the conversation, creates a connection, because people actually like to hear their name. It makes them feel safe and connected, right? So I'm going to say, yo, it's nice to meet you, Rafiki. Or what does I say? Swahili. It's nice to meet you, Swahili. Right, where does that name come from? It sounds Swahili in origin. Swahili. So you gonna be like, is that Swahili? Right? And I'm laughing, but it's serious. Because you're gonna automatically connect. Now, if the rhyming doesn't work for you, then think about a story. Try to connect it from some other different things. So I talked about as well technique to where you get people contact. You can take a selfie with them, or you can take a picture of them so that you remember them from that exact moment. So if you ever go back in your phone, I have hundreds of contacts and I don't always have pictures to them. So I don't know who these people are. But having a picture connected to the name, and then when you're putting people in a contact, you can even write a note about how you met them and who they are, or who their business is, or what their IG is, things of that nature, right? But remembering names is a great way to connect with people and make them feel special, remember, heard, right? And it makes it feel more of a genuine connection that they were actually important to you. Number 4 is going to be make others feel important. Sincere appreciation. Ensure that every person you interact with feels important and valued. Recognize their contributions, express sincere appreciation. This not only boosts their confidence, but also strengthens your relationship with them, right? Think about something that somebody does. People come to me all the time like, Keys, I really appreciate what you do, right? High level conversations. Then they go and give a testimony, or they talk about how it helped a friend or a person. And I never forget that engagement, right? It's the same thing. If I'm speaking to somebody that I appreciate, I got to think about something sincere that I really actually appreciate, right? And it can be something technical. I remember meeting Larry June years ago, and I was like, bro, I really appreciate the way you do marketing, right? Like, he's a rapper, but I'm telling him I appreciate your marketing, right? And the intention that you put into your actual marketing. So I'm giving him sincere appreciation, right, on something, right, that is very niche and specific. And it also lets people know that you're real and you're paying attention. You're not just saying stuff just because. So I would pick something very niche to give them a sincere appreciation, the way they do something, the color that they use, right? The style, their taste, right? A testimonial, a why, right? Impact moment, right? Therefore, you make people feel important, and people want to be around people that make them feel good, people that make them feel important, because there's a lot of people that will act like what you do is normal. And so when you make people feel special, they will remember you forever, and it boosts their confidence up. And therefore, when you make people confidence go up, they want to be around you more because they feel more confident around you. So that's High Level Club. And there are 4 keys to the proper handling of people in creating and fostering meaningful connections. Peace, family. If you're going to jump into Crownz society, you're saying that I represent power, I represent knowledge of self.
Stepping in the name of drip, get ready with me. Stepping in the name of drip, get ready.
I wear the crown to just symbolize, like, I know who I am, I know why I'm here, I know my purpose.
It's abundance, it's royalty, it's prosperity, it's energy.
Put in.
Yeah.
I gotta walk with my head held high because you gotta see this and you gotta see this.
I believe that if anybody wants to be able to protect their mind and be able to think freely, you gotta get Crownz society today, man.
Neo after the blue pill, the color palette's all black. James Bond mixed with Malcolm X in my Che Guevara era.